Hi, my name is Betty and this is my mom, Ladiosa. And we're coming to you from New York City. And today we're going to teach you how to make Ecuadorian shrimp ceviche with a side of rice and plantains. So for this recipe, we're going to use a pound of jumbo shrimp with the shell on, some sprigs of cilantro, a lemon, a red onion, 2 tomatoes, a cup of rice, maybe 2 cloves of garlic, 2 plantains, salt, pepper, extra virgin olive oil, and regular vegetable oil. So now we're gonna peel the shrimp, but we're gonna save the shells because you wanna use the shells for boiling them because you get extra flavor out of them. My mom just tossed some crushed garlic into boiling water. All right, so now we're gonna add a teaspoon of salt to the boiling shells with the garlic. So we have about 2.5 cups of water with the shrimp shells, so a teaspoon of salt, and about a teaspoon of crushed garlic. And now we're just gonna boil it for about 5 minutes to extract the flavor from the shells. I watch a lot of Food Network. So now my mom is gonna peel the onion and we're gonna chop it up so that we can make like a sauce. So small dice since the onion's gonna go in raw in the ceviche.
Para marinar la cebolla hay que exprimir el limón.
So now I'm gonna just squeeze the lemon, juice the 1 lemon. So 1 teaspoon of sea salt, freshly ground cracked pepper, 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Now we're gonna stir this. So now we're adding the onions to the lemon, olive oil, salt and pepper mixture to marinate. She woke up. Baby woke up. I'll be right back. So now we're chopping up the cilantro very finely, and we're gonna toss that in with the onion and lemon and olive oil mixture. So now we're gonna get the food processor ready so that we can get the tomatoes chopped. 2 whole tomatoes, skins and all. You wanna liquefy the tomato. You want to push it through the strainer just to make sure you get all that goodness. So now we're going to make sure that everything tastes good. You know, you got to taste your food as you go. Perfect. So now we're taking out the shrimp shells. And we have left behind this flavorful water with shrimp and the garlic and the salt. So now my mom has raised the heat on the water. And we're going to toss in the shrimp to cook it. You want to put them out as soon as they get pink. If you let it cook too long, it's going to get tough. Put it over a little ice and water bath just to stop the cooking process of the shrimp. Now that the shrimp have cooled off, we're going to toss it in with the mixture that we've made before. And then we're just going to let it sit. We're going to toss it into the fridge while we make the rice and the plantains. So now we have about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil heating up in a pot. 1.5 cups of rice to 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. So while the rice is toasting right now, we have 2.5 cups of water boiling, so that once it's boiling, we're gonna toss it into the rice. And 1 teaspoon of sea salt. So now we've covered the rice. We're gonna let it cook for about half an hour on low heat. Just cut the plantains lengthwise, and you just put your thumb in between the skin, and it just comes right off. Super easy. And soaking it in the hot water helps it also. So now we have a frying pan in medium-high heat, and we're gonna add in about 1/4 cup of vegetable oil to heat up. Cut the plantains on the bias. About 1/2 inch. Once the oil is heated, we're gonna toss them into the oil. So a great way of finding out if your oil is at temperature is you stick a spoon, a wooden spoon in, and if it bubbles, you know your oil is hot enough. So now we're just sliding in the plantains. You wanna see that the edges start getting brown, golden brown. And once that happens, you flip it over. You know, my mom, I always call her every so often from California and asking her for recipes and how do I do this and how do I do that. Just to make sure that, you know, the family recipes stay in the family. Because a lot of the connection that we have to the past is through food. So this is my connection to the past that I'm passing on to the next generation. So there's a little gadget that you can buy that will smash the plantains, but unfortunately we don't have one. So a way of improvising is taking the plantain peel and then using that to smash the tostones. So now they're going in for a second cooking. So as soon as the tostones come out of the oil, you want to sprinkle some salt just so that the salt catches it. Just toss it. There you go. Ready to eat. And that's it. That is your ceviche with rice and tostones, mom style. And now you guys can make it at home. I hope you try this recipe and I hope you enjoy it as much as we do.